Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Cal.
And I'm Ghost.
Star Citizen did a bit of an oopsie
Oopsie
in a
doopsie
long
is what they
line of
did.
oopsies that they've been doing for the past 14 or 15 years that this game has been in development, and yet we still don't have an end in sight. So far, the studio has raised $800 million from its fan base.
Which is crazy.
Insane. I think it's one of the last community-led projects as far as games, which is kind of crazy, but I can see why, because there's no game on the market that does what Star Citizen does.
It scratches the itch for sure for what it is.
Right.
But if we had to have an honest conversation outside of the hype, right? What are we doing?
True.
Like we're way past like the hype stage. Like are you guys dropping a game or not?
Right, because it's getting kind of ridiculous at this point, because when they showcased Squadron 42, I think that was last year. I'm getting my month. I think it was last year when they did that full 1 hour preview. And don't get me wrong, I am excited for that. Even though that project it should have been out years ago. People have already recorded their voice lines. Actors have recorded stuff and forgotten. It's been so long that the actors who recorded it have forgotten the game was still in development. But
that's also a problem. Just saying.
Yeah, it is. And I think it's time for the people to at least get some return on the thousands of dollars some of them have been spending on this game. And don't get me wrong, I've spent my fair share, but not within like hundreds of dollars. I have not gotten there yet with this game. This game definitely scratches the itch. Even when I tried to go back to No Man's Sky, don't get me wrong, No Man's Sky is fantastic. That Sean and his team at Hello Games have been doing a great job by continuing.
Oh no, they've done an amazing job.
Right.
100%.
Continually updating this game and even downright refusing to take money for these expansions they keep bringing out, because I think at this point people would love to just give them some money because we see how passionate they are about this project.
Well, and they turned it around from like,
right.
I don't want to call it a disaster, but a not great launch.
It was disaster
of what it was. So
they were getting death threats. So I guess, but then again, I think at this point you can get death threats for doing anything people disagree with. So I don't think that's really a measure for how bad it was. So yeah, historically, Star Citizen community has tolerated the monetization. Backlashes were really rare. People had some issues with their roadmap changes, and then we had a roadmap to the roadmap, so obviously you're going to get some feedback from that. But I mean, they still have a very strong pay to support culture still. Even after all these years, there's still people defending this game, continually repeating what I say, which is there's just nothing like it on the market. And I agree. I love space stuff.
Okay.
But at this point, enough is enough.
But how far is that going to take you, though?
Right.
You know, just having an open conversation. You know what I mean? Where does the cool? I can feel the weight of a giant ship. I can leave a water bottle here and come back 5 months from now, and that water bottle will still be sitting on that one planet. Like, that's cool. But where does the game start? Do you know what I mean? Like,
exactly, because I've been seeing this game since I was in high school. When I was 16 or 17. This is one of those games that kind of like made me want to get a PC just so I could try it. Yeah. I am now in my 30s and this game has still not been released, and elevators are still killing me for the most part.
I just don't get that. I don't understand. That shit don't make no sense to me.
So
I don't know.
What's the community outraged about now? That's the main question. Well, CIG has implemented some pay-to-win mechanics. Something that's highly controversial, something nobody ever wants in any competitive game anywhere. We've seen it in Call of Duty, with some of their skins being so dark that you can't even see the silhouette of the character. And they've had to go back and fix these skins. But now CIG has a little bit of their own pay-to-win mechanic. These things are called flight blades, and they are ship upgrades to increase speed or maneuverability. Initially, they were only available for real money. Prices range from $9.60 to $42 depending on the size of the ship. Now they've kind of like walked it back, so now all of this stuff will be you can earn this stuff in game, and you can also pay for it. But most likely, if you were to try and earn this in game, it would take multiple hours of your time. So still, you are kind of incentivized to pay for it, especially if you want it now, especially if you want that competitive edge. If you spend a lot of time dogfighting, you're going to want that, especially if you're in a clan or something like that. You guys are playing repeatedly in comparison to my 1 week per year.
But still, I don't know if that all even justifies at this point, to be honest. And I want the game to come out. I think it'd be great. It's just something different. But if you're going to now have paywalls on top of paywalls, because you can't just download the game. You have to buy into it, right? Is that still a thing?
Right. You have to pledge it. You have to pledge, I think, $45. Yeah.
Yeah. No. And no. No, we're not doing that.
Right. I know a lot of people are also speculating that CIG is running out of money.
I would hope so.
Considering now it just seems like they're kind of trying to nickel and dime. They also seem to be, they just have a bad manager at this point. I don't understand how it can get this bad, how this many people are on the payroll, and now we're at a point where you guys are running out of money. Is this game ever going to come out? Is it going to come to a standstill? Are you going to have to borrow money to keep this project going? Who's going to give the money to you to continue this project? Because I think this is such an egregious act from CIG that you might lose some key players, like your core of the community. Like, yeah, you're going to have your whales that are giving thousands of dollars for this ship, but them alone, those people are
but that's
going to
run out eventually.
Right. You need that core community, the casuals and those that, work that 9 to 5 to be able to sustain this project for years to come. But yeah, obviously the community is like outraged. Thousands of angry replies on the forum post. People are saying this is an actual joke. Salty Mike, a prominent Star Citizen YouTuber, he says this is the most embarrassing thing I have seen from this company yet. Fans are trying to revolt a little bit. Players that were going to buy the $45 Grey Cat, the little 4x4 runner you can use, they kind of backed out. People are now saying we're just going to vote with our wallet at this point. And I find it hard to disagree. The community needs to make their voice heard. Stop giving in to this stuff. Like, I don't understand why people are so ham-fisted on defending this company at this point. It's 14 years. You still don't have a product. We're still in alpha. How long are you going to let them drag you along the road?
Yep.
Tyler
Some people are going to say for as long as possible.
We're going to be 20 years into this project and we just hit beta. Are we ever going to get to 1.0?
No. I'm sorry. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. That's just annoying.
Developers have come out in response. CIG's Tyler Whitkin addressed the backlash. He said everything you pledge for will eventually be attainable through gameplay.
Okay.
CIG admitted
negative.
CIG admitted they moved too fast.
What?
Yes. They pushed too hard during the content rollout. Light blades have now been delayed until they can be bought with AUEC, which is like the in-game currency. They're now coming out in June. Future small components like bomb racks will launch day one in-store and in-game. People are now saying, like Salty Mike says, that components shouldn't be on the store at all. And I agree. I think ship upgrades they should be in the game. Like, I don't understand. This really feels like you guys are running out of money and just finding new ways to nickel and dime us. And I'm sorry, your project is not going to last if this is the way you're going to go. Especially when your project is relying on our money constantly. This is a fine line to walk. You don't want to upset the community. But yeah, like I said, Flight Blades will be earnable and purchasable in June. CIG promises future gameplay items will launch with in-game access. Obviously, we don't have a release date for Star Citizen or Squadron 42. We just have 2026 per Chris Roberts. And you know how often he doesn't really know. I just don't understand. They said the game was already feature complete and they were just polishing. So why can't you give me a month and at least a month?
You ain't
next
getting
year?
that. Nope. Just wait till GTA 6 drops.
God forbid Squadron 42 drops the same time as GTA 6. Trust me, that will be put on the back burner.
Yeah, for everybody.
Right. Well, first of all, you got to have a PC that's good enough to even run Star Citizen. So already your player base is
very minute.
Right. Exactly. There's a lot of cash you have. It's a lot to buy into, and then they go do something like this. It's like you're spitting in the face of your community. I don't have anything else to say.
Just get rich. Just get rich then.
I'm trying.
I know. It fucking sucks. It's just horrible.
Yeah,
I don't got anything else,
maybe
man.
someday.
It's aggravating. Right? One day we'll have a plane. One day.
It might be
we'll start a GoFundMe for us.
We got a plane.
You know what? It might be a one propeller 6-seater.
Could be a hang glider. But it has wings.
Ain't gonna lie. You know what? It gets off the ground. That's all that matters at this point.
Ghost, did you have anything else you want to add?
I ain't got nothing left for this debacle that's going on.
Like I said, I love the game. I really would like this to come out feature complete.
Same.
And see this game actually evolve past its launch. I would love to see that. Like I said, this game has made me buy flight sticks specifically for this game.
I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm gonna buy little man some basketball shoes because he's gonna be on a team before this game comes out. Okay?
That's true.
If you realize how old he is right now.
Right. I ain't gonna lie. He might be in middle or high school by the time this game actually comes out.
I wouldn't fucking doubt it.
But yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Let us know in the comments what you think. If you have a PC strong enough to actually play this game, definitely let me know what you think about this whole situation. I'm pretty sure anybody else on the outside of this game is already dogging it, which
I'm raging.
They kind of asked for. But yeah, above all else, what do they need to do, Ghost?
Get better at this point.
I said
they're just pissing me off.
Above all else, what does our community need to do?
The community, they need to like and subscribe and get spicy in the comments because I get bored sometimes and I want to read them.
Thank you.
I were talking about the developers. I was saying they need to get better. Not the fans, though. They're doing great.
Love you guys. We'll catch you later. Bye.
Bye.
Contact front. Nice work.